Welcome back to Paranormal Perspective. I'm John Lorden, and joining me is...
Christy Arnhart.
And I am wearing a little bit of a holiday hat. I've got a, I don't know if it's Yoda ears or Grogu ears, but one way or the other. It's a Star Wars themed holiday hat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are watching this during the holidays, but if you're not, you might want to start thinking about your Christmas shopping and getting that down, because it is the holidays when we're recording this and everyone's worried about that right now. Anyway, we have a holiday themed type episode that we're talking about today. We've got a brand new topic as always. Christy's going to tell me about it. I don't know anything about the topic in terms of what it is. I don't look into it before. She tries to convince me that there's some aspect of this that is paranormal in some way. We do that in front of a live studio audience. We put the question to them and we let them decide who actually wins. So basically, is it paranormal or is it not? Is that fair, Christy? Did I get it all?
That's fair.
Okay.
Yep.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, last week we talked about Krampus, which was new for me because I had never thought about Christmas with anything other than Santa and his elves and reindeer. So after Krampus, I started looking at other cultures and what their Christmas traditions had in there. And there were some awesome ones. Atlas Obscura has this great article that has a bunch of them listed.
That's a fun website. Yeah, I used to use them.
Though? I love them.
Yeah, I used them a lot when I first got started on the YouTube channel and doing kind of more the fringe stuff. Yeah, they're great.
Oh, yeah. Well, they talk about, in their article, the Mary Lloyd, who is the Christmas zombie horse of Welsh folklore.
Ooh,
Christmas zombie horse.
Okay.
Then you've got the babushka, from Russia. But I think there was one in particular that caught my attention, and that's the Tomten of Scandinavian folklore. Now, the Tomten are loved by the Scandinavian people.
Okay.
And they look just like garden gnomes.
I would say so. Yeah.
It's so awesome. I don't actually collect those, but my mother does. And they've always kind of freaked me out.
Garden gnomes, just in general.
Yeah, because they've got that smile, but it doesn't really reach their eyes. And you're like, are they always looking at me or what? Yeah, they freak me out. Now, in Scandinavian folklore, they're described as little bearded men. They stand no taller than 3 foot tall, and they wear scruffy, plain clothes. They don't like to wear new clothes. Everything has to be worn in.
Okay.
They wear traditional work boots, and of course, they have their red cap. So you'll find them called the Nisa in Norway and Denmark, or the Tontu in Finland. But they're all pretty much the same, little mischievous domestic creatures that will protect your animals on your farm. They'll help you with your farm work.
Really?
Show them respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show them respect. Yeah. All the animals on the farm love him because he takes care of everybody.
Okay.
They're actually believed to be the spirit of the first farmer who lived and worked the land there. I don't know if this is something that they still do, but the farmer, of course, would be buried on his land when he died. And when he came back, when his soul came back, it came back as the Tomten. And he helped to protect the farm and see it, prosperous the rest of the time it's there.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Now, in the spring and the summer, depending on where you are, he'll sleep under the floorboards of your house, or he'll sleep in the stables. Sometimes he'll be out at the family plots where he was originally buried too, and he'll stay there. But during the fall and the winter months, that's when he comes out and starts to pay attention to the farm, because they are sticklers for rules. You have to do things correctly. And it goes back to the hard winter months. These are lessons that you have to learn yourself. So
yeah, it sounds like it's kind of folklore built around, like don't get lazy during this time, because this is when your animals are going to need you. You're going to have to, rely on them too in terms of what you need.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love this angle that they sleep under the floorboards. It's like they don't even, I don't want a room. I'm going to work my butt off on your farm, and all I need is a place under your floorboards. That's it.
That's it. They just hibernate down there half the year. They're good.
It's great. I'll hire some of these guys. Do they work on YouTube channels? Can we get them hired?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But they really, really love their Tomtens, and they really try to follow these rules because, I mean, they'll help, like I said, they help with the household chores. You'll
Yeah.
know which animal on their farm they love the most because it'll be the biggest, healthiest animal out there. They love horses. It's really cute. But if you break those rules, the Tomten may beat you half to death. He may kill one of your favorite farm animals. There are lots of ways he takes his revenge. They even play tricks, and they'll play them so hard they'll drive people insane. And if they really want to take care of something, they bite you. They have poison in their bite that makes you go insane, and then you die.
Wow. This took a super dark turn. Like for something that seems like it started as like folklore to kind of help you be proactive and take care of things around your home. It's like, if you don't, he's really going to get you. But there's almost like a gremlin quality. Now I'm glad I got these ears on. There's almost like a Gremlins type quality to this story.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And a poisonous bite that drives you mad.
It does. Okay. And I actually have video footage of a Tomten attack.
Oh, no.
It's a little hard to watch, but if y'all just watch it for a second,
all right,
we won't make you watch for long.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you guys.
Oh my God. And it happened to Jack Black? Why
has he? It did.
Why has he never spoken about this?
Well, because he learned the hard way not to tick off his Tomten.
He should be doing public service announcements. Oh, goodness. Christy, two things. Number one, what's the question we're going to put to the audience? Is that footage actually real? I would love to put that question to the audience.
Now, I was going to ask everyone if they thought Tomtens were real. Okay. The footage speaks for itself.
Do Tomtens exist? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the poll. Okay, yeah, the footage does speak for itself.
Footage.
This does speak for itself. This seems like something from, what was that? Wait, it's from Goosebumps, Christy.
Well, but it's still based on actual events.
Goosebumps is based on actual events? I had a puppet come alive once when I was a child. Did I ever tell you about my puppets? Oh, goodness. Oh, mine was actually Ronald. I told you about Ronald McDonald. He was the one that scared me the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. His breath smelled like cardboard. It was really weird. Okay. Do we have some more factoids on Tomtens? We have the question put to the audience. We've seen the footage for ourselves. And let's be clear, this is the most convincing footage that you could find.
This is. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't have to say anything else. I will tell you, though, how he's tied into Christmas.
Okay. Please do.
They ask every year on Christmas Eve for their favorite Christmas porridge to be set out. After all this work and love, that's all they ask of you. You have to put a generous pat of butter on the top of it, though. If you forget that pat of butter, they're going to make you pay. There was one lady who put the pat of butter inside the porridge instead of on top of it.
Oh, no.
And it made the Tomten so mad that he killed the family's favorite cow.
Ooh.
Well, yeah. And it was bad, too, because once he actually started eating the porridge, he realized it did have butter in it, and he felt so bad. So he found a cow that looked exactly like the family's and switched it for the dead one. So none was the wiser. They just assumed they had made their Tomten mad, and it perpetuated the cycle.
Now, here's something I'm really curious about with all the lore around this creature. There's an aspect of it that sounds like it was folklore that was aimed towards, well, I initially assumed it was aimed towards adults, that it was aimed towards these farmers that would be working on the farms, but maybe not. Maybe the original intent was, because I'm sure back then, your children were actually helping on the farms as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's where, because the more we get into this, there's this clear storytelling mechanism where it sounds like it's an adult telling a story to a child.
Mm-hmm.
So the original intent just kind of threw me off a little bit, but I bet that's what it was. I bet it was basically, Dad the farmer talking to his 7-year-old kid who doesn't want to get up early in the morning when it's snowy outside and go milk the cow or whatever, and be like, okay, well, Tomten's going to take care of it, but here's all this other stuff that's going to happen. Oh,
This is what he's going to do to you.
He's going to kill Fluffy, your favorite Fluffy.
Things were tough back then. Hard lessons had to be learned right off the bat.
Yeah.
And if it was a small infraction, they might just tie your cow's tails together. Turn over a bucket, something like that. But you screw up too badly, and you saw the footage.
Yeah, Christy, did you slip some adult photographs in this? What is this? What am I looking at here?
That is... it's
Christy.
like a toy Tomten.
It's a what?
They sell, it's like a toy Tomten.
People send me pictures.
Put them on there properly.
People send me pictures like this on my DMs and Instagram. But they don't say it's their Tomten.
No. It's like putting up, Santa Claus stuff for us at Christmas. They put little Tomtens out in their yard.
These are scarier to me than gnomes because they don't have faces.
Well, they're covering it up.
Yeah, I guess so. Just a little nose poking out. Okay. All right.
You know what it is.
Well, I know what it is. I'm trying to tell you. We put it to the audience. Do Tomtens exist? And I got to be honest, I am so surprised by this result. It's way closer than I thought it would be.
Really?
42% say yes.
There you go.
58% say no. That's close enough. I would almost consider it a tie, but we cannot do that. So
of course
once
not.
Again, Christy's favorite video has to play. We've got a friend in the chat, Chris, who's also noting that this folklore could also be used to explain random deaths of livestock. And
yes, it could.
It's interesting that she's bringing that up because that aspect of, the cow that was killed by the Tomten, but then it was replaced by one that looked exactly the same. Like, obviously, that's a mindset that parents would also, once again, have with their children about their pets. So, yeah. And Misty Kate, good friend and helper on the channel, thinks that Christy was so close to winning because of the Goosebumps footage, because there's just so many R.L. Stein
it might
fans.
Help. All of us. Come on, it's Goosebumps.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Scandinavian people because they really like the Tomten. It's a very cute little hardcore guy.
Yeah, I guess so. Don't let him bite you. Drive you mad.
At least he's not taking your kids to hell.
Yeah, geez. That one last week. I'm still hearing about it from people. Christy, thank you so much for all your hard work on this. We really appreciate you as we look into each and every one of these things. I'm learning like crazy. If it's true or not, it's a cool story and I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again on the other side. Bye-bye.